If you're still playing Pro Evolution Soccer in 2026, there's a good chance it's PES 2021 or Football Live. And that makes a lot of sense. It's the last real Konami football game. It can still look really good even in 2026, and the mod scene around it is just ridiculous. Probably more alive now than ever before. I've recommended that game on my channel more times than I can count. But I've been going back through the older games lately, and one of them really got my attention: PES 2017. And a lot of hardcore PES fans will tell you it's the best game in the entire series. But for some reason, it took me quite a few attempts before the game finally clicked for me. Now that it did click, I believe every football fan should experience what the game has to offer. And that is because PES 2017 has the best football AI in the entire series. There, I said it. Now, let me show you why. We gotta start here with the flow of the match. I think everyone will agree when I say that most football games are way too much end-to-end. The midfield barely exists, everyone just sprints through it. And yeah, PES 2017 is definitely not perfect here, cause computer is still a bit too forward-oriented for my liking. But it's still significantly better than most other titles. Quite often, it doesn't let you play like that on offense. I get the ball, try to build an attack, and sometimes there's just nothing open. No easy pass, no obvious gap to run into. So I cycle the ball, I probe, actually have to work out how I'm going to break this damn defense down. And I'm not doing that because, I've decided for some reason that I want to roleplay Pep Guardiola today. The game is simply forcing me into this realistic playstyle. Defenders step into passing lanes, react to bad passes, and my own teammates make smart defensive reads without me having to micromanage every single one of them. And I fucking love it. Then the computer gets the ball, and that's where it gets even better, because the attacking AI is the most creative I have seen from Konami in the entire series. You will see real passing combinations. You will also experience wingers actually taking you on and cutting inside. Players are shooting from range when you give them a few meters of space. And it's not some, once in a 5 games thing, it happens all the damn time. Now compare that to newer PES games like 2021. I love that game, but play it long enough and the patterns show pretty damn quick. You start knowing exactly where the ball is going before the AI even makes the pass. And what makes it even worse is that the AI is basically allergic to dribbling in that game. Well, PES 2017 doesn't have that problem. I seriously don't know what the opponent is about to try, and that's really damn cool. And the only game in the series that gets remotely close for me is PES 2013. But PES 13 has another problem. The AI is constantly cheating. And luckily PES 2017 rarely gives me that vibe. When the computer usually scores the goal, my reaction is usually, yeah, well played, GG, and not, what the hell was that bullshit? And if you decide to give PES 2017 a shot, check out the store link below. The owner is reliable and actually provides support if you have problems. So if you need the game, check it out. But back to the unique feeling of the game. What makes it even better is that PES 2017 comes from the era when Konami was still putting a lot of emphasis on team and player ID. And when you add real-life tactics mods on top of that, the differences between teams becomes even more visible. Different teams offer different problems to solve. And if you've put real time into Konami's football games before, you know how much that adds to a Master League playthrough. Especially when you are a few seasons deep and you don't want every opponent to feel exactly the same. So, the gameplay is awesome, the AI is really good, and I think most PES fans would have a lot of fun with this game if they gave it a proper chance. But what makes PES 2017 such an easy recommendation even 10 years after the release is the modding scene. See, the game is still super heavily modded. It's not at the level of PES 2021, sure, but there is still a surprising amount of content out there. You've got classic patches covering different eras of football, original 2016-2017 season mods, but also modern seasonal updates. So whatever era of 2000s football you're nostalgic for, someone has probably made a patch for it. The main difficulty is actually finding a good modern patch, because a big chunk of PES 2017 patch makers use genuinely scummy distribution methods and it's super annoying. But luckily, there are legit options as well. Immersive Play and YosFX patches both stand out for me, and both are free with cheap premium options available if you want to pay a few bucks extra. Personally, after testing a lot of patches, I decided to use YosFX patch as the base for my current setup, and then I added plenty of my own tweaks and mods on top of it. And that's the version you're watching in this video. I've covered this exact setup in my ultimate guide for PES 2017 modding, released for members of the channel. Check it out if you need this type of help. Now, before we finish, let's address one obvious problem: the graphics. If you look closely at PES 2017 on PC, you can absolutely tell it's an older video game. Because, well, it is older game. And the PC version was based on the old generation PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 build, rather than the next gen from that era. And yeah, crowds look creepy. Player models aren't as polished, the pitch isn't as detailed, and in close-ups, PES 2021 straight up destroys this game. And even PES 2021 is starting to show its age by now. So there's no point pretending otherwise, there's definitely a trade-off here. But once you're actually playing PES 2017 properly modded, with good stadiums, lighting, turf, kits and face mods, I think it still looks genuinely really damn good. Not technically impressive, but visually immersive enough that once the match starts, I stop thinking about its age pretty damn quickly. And I think that that's ultimately why PES 2017 works so damn well in 2026. It sits in this weird sweet spot. It still has that older Pro Evolution Soccer DNA, with player individuality, unpredictable AI, teams that behave differently, and matches that don't constantly fall into the same patterns. But it's modern enough that I don't feel like I'm playing some archaic, ancient football game from another era. And weirdly enough, I think being stuck on that old generation build on PC might even be part of why it turned out to be that damn good. Because from PES 2018 onwards, some of that computer intelligence and variety started to sadly disappear from the series. And PES 2017 caught the series somewhere in between. Modern enough to be still enjoyable today, old school enough to still feel like you're playing Pro Evolution Soccer. And in 2026, that makes it a special experience. As always, big thanks to all the members and Patreons supporting my work. You guys are awesome and I cannot thank you enough. Anyway, that's all from me in this video. Thanks for your time and I'll see you in the next one.